Got a secret, can you keep it? Swear this one you'll save. Better lock it in your pocket, taking this one to the grave.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Court McGinley, and this is the most amazing top 5. Let's jump right into our list of the 5 scary unsolved cases in America. Coming in our number 5 spot, Boy in the Box. This is a case that takes place all the way back from February 23rd, 1957 in Philadelphia. A man was checking his muskrat traps in the woods when he noticed a little boy's lifeless body inside an abandoned bassinet. This man decided not to report what he found because of the fact that his muskrat traps were illegal, and he didn't want to get in trouble. Then 2 days later, a college student named Frederick Boyce came across the same body, and he told police about it the next day. This little boy was left completely naked, and his hands and feet were wrinkled as if he had been submerged in water before he died. Also, upon inspection, it was revealed that his esophagus contained a dark substance, suggesting that he might have vomited right before he died. The investigators also discovered the little boy was hit in the head with something several times. This case drew in a lot of media attention, but no one ever came forward to identify this boy. A sketch was even drawn up to show what this boy looked like when he was alive. He became known as the Boy in the Box, as well as America's Unknown Child. So for many years, the case was just sitting there with no leads. But then in 2002, some progress was made when a psychiatrist claimed a patient of hers named Mary confided that her parents had bought America's Unknown Child and used him as a sex toy. Mary said that her mother was bathing the boy when he started throwing up. Mary's mother got so angry that she beat him to death. Mary then said that she helped her mother put his dead body in a box and helped carry him out to the woods and then left him there. The police did believe Mary. However, when the press got a hold of her name, she left the country and no further efforts were made into investigating this case. So yes, Mary was unstable, but her story sounds pretty believable to me. Do you guys think she was telling the truth? Let me know down below. And at number 4, Elizabeth Short. Back in 1947, the dismembered body of a woman was discovered in a vacant lot in Los Angeles. The body was found completely drained of blood. Also, her face was slashed from her mouth to her ear. She was also posed with her hands placed over her head, her elbows were bent, and her legs were spread. Her intestines were also cut and tucked underneath her butt. Obviously, the authorities were called, and then they identified the body as Elizabeth Short, who was a 22-year-old aspiring actress who, at the time, was dating a married salesman. 9 days after the body was discovered, a weird envelope was sent to the Los Angeles Examiner and the Los Angeles papers. The envelope contained Short's birth certificate, pictures, and some of her personal belongings. Then 2 days later, another letter was sent. This letter included a time and location where the killer would show up to meet the police. So the police went to this place at the time the killer said, but no one ever showed up. The same day, the police received another note saying, "Have changed my mind, you would not give me a square deal." This killing was justified. To this day, no one knows who killed this woman, and it's said to be one of the most baffling unsolved murder cases in history. And at number 3, Icebox murders. Back on June 23rd of 1965, a patrolman in Houston made a standard stop-in visit at the home of Fred and Awinda Rogers. This patrolman named Charles Bullock said the couple were so nice and sweet that he just wanted to stop in and say hello. Once there, he went inside but noticed the house was empty. He was about to leave but then noticed an odd smell coming from the fridge. So he opened it to check it out. About this, he said, "I opened up a refrigerator and seen nothing but meat stacked in it. My partner standing next to me made the comment that it looked like somebody had butchered a hog. We didn't know it was a body until we got ready to close the refrigerator and we could see the head down in the bottom of the vegetable bin." After this murder was reported, an examiner came in and revealed that the couple had been killed a week before they were placed in the refrigerator. Fred had his head crushed in and his insides flushed down the toilet, and Edwina had been brutally beaten and shot. So who would want to do this to a sweet elderly couple? Well, the killer was never found, but the prime suspect was always the couple's 43-year-old son, Charles. And that was basically because he disappeared without a trace after the murder. Charles also became a suspect after one of his former friends came forward, claiming Charles was physically and emotionally abused by his parents from a young age. It's also said that Charles owned the house his parents were living in and that they constantly took out loans in his name. Coming in at number 2, Bear Brook murders. The Bear Brook murders, also referred to as the Allenswood Four, are 4 unidentified female murder victims. Their decomposed, beaten bodies were found in trash bags in 1985 and 2000 in New Hampshire in the Bear Brook State Park. When found, all the girls were either partially or completely skeletonized. They were believed to have died between 1977 and 1985. The children's faces were reconstructed several times by sketch artists. For years, no one had come forward claiming to know the names of these victims, and the killer was unknown. In 2017, investigators announced that they believed a man named Terry Peter Rasmussen was the killer. DNA actually confirmed that he was the father of 2 of the 4 girls, but nothing was ever proven, and he was convicted of a different murder and died in prison in 2010. And in at number 1, the Grimes sisters. This story takes place in Chicago. One day in December of 1956, 2 sisters, 15-year-old Barbara and 13-year-old Patricia, went to see the new Elvis movie, Love Me Tender, but they never made it home after the movie. This turned into one of the biggest missing persons cases in Chicago history. Everyone was out looking for them. Hundreds of police officers were assigned full time to search for the missing sisters. Even Elvis himself sent out a message asking for them to return safely to their family. Sadly, a month later, their naked, lifeless bodies were found dumped on the side of a road behind a guardrail. To this day, no one knows who killed them. An autopsy report was able to show that the girls were murdered within 5 hours after their last confirmed sighting. Many people reported seeing the girls alive in the weeks following their disappearance, but all of these leads just led police to dead ends. The autopsy report also showed that both girls died from secondary shock. And there you have it, that's a list of the top 5 scary unsolved cases in America. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to leave your questions and comments down below so I can respond to them. Also, don't forget to show us some love by giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.